Hi, we are the Dahls Photowerks and we're about to go to Iceland for a month.
Yeah, that's super exciting. So this is a trip that we've done for the last 3 years now. So we take, we go out to Iceland and we have photographers join us. And it's sort of a bit of a mixture. It's mainly always been focused on model photography. So Carrie here is a model, has been a professional model for
10 years.
Yeah, 10 years, over 10 years, since before we met. And so people come over and we take them to stunning locations and do like model in the landscape photography, but we also do, we're into landscape
We like
photography.
landscape and landscape macro, and I quite like naturey stuff.
Yeah.
So we're quite different.
Yeah, but a bit of wildlife, but predominantly I just like landscape photography. I'm pretty boring. That's all I want to do all day, every day. So we have got 9 days before any photographers come to join us, which is just our time to go do what we want.
And to scout.
To find new locations.
Yeah, and double check some of the locations that we've looked at previously to make sure that they're still accessible and all of that jazz.
Make sure that the roads, the F roads, open and close depending on weather. We're going a little bit later this year, so everything should be open, but you never do know. So
we're going to do a little rundown of some of our gear that we're taking for this year. Do you want to introduce us with your bag, Kieran?
Yeah, so this is our gear that we take, and probably what we would recommend if you were going out to do a similar thing, like a landscape photography trip in Iceland, or if you were coming along. There's thunder.
There is thunder going on.
Yeah. You know what you probably want. So number one, a bag. to carry it all in. This is a Gitzo Adventury 30 litre, which we've had for about a year and has been over Canada and the US, and
it's been our workhorse.
And it's been a very good bag. And the most wonderful thing about it is in this form, so how I've got it packed right now, without all stuff in the extendable big top thing and stuff strapped to the bottom and that, it goes in carry-on.
It's not the smallest rucksack size though.
No, you have to pay for
like priority or whatever.
But then it goes in carry-on, which is absolutely essential because I'm not putting my camera or lenses in the hold. The only thing that goes in the hold is our tripods.
I have to.
Because we've got Benro Rhino tripods, 34Cs, which are quite big chunky things, and I know people do say you get away with tripods in carry-on, but I think
they might pull us up on that, and at that point it's too late.
Yeah, I think they'd be funny about it if we tried to take those. So I'm just going to pull my stuff out of my bag and then chuck my bag out of the way, just so I can better show you what's going on in here. I think we'll do. Right.
Nancy. That thunder sounds great outside.
It does. So here is we're both using Fujifilm cameras, and we both love them. Do we? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I used to be Canon, and as much as I loved my Canon, it was time for me to.
Yeah, they're both. We're both using the XT-4s. I just love the ergonomics. It's really loud.
Sorry, I love thunder.
Yeah, I love the ergonomics of the Fuji. I'm a sucker for how it looks. I know that shouldn't matter at all, but I just really like it. I think they're very intuitive, and it's a relatively small system. Being APS-C rather than full frame, the lenses are a little bit smaller. The bodies, I mean, if Sony full frame bodies are tiny now, but
I was full frame Canon before, and one of the things that I did struggle with personally is it was just a bit heavy for me, and I have carpal tunnel, so switching to a lighter system for me really worked.
Yeah, I mean, even better, you could go like Olympus or something and get Micro Four Thirds. People have absolutely stunning results with those.
Yeah.
What the camera you're using, it bears so little importance, really. The lenses and your choice of lenses are what matters. So we'll just very quickly go through what we're taking with us for this trip. So we have a 10-24, so that's the wide angle. So full frame, it's 15-35 equivalent. So it's not ultra wide, but it's wide enough to do those shots with, you know, a beautiful foreground in focus and a background mountain, whatever.
Yeah, and it's really nice if you like fauna, but you also want to include that like background into it. And
yeah.
So I'm quite excited about using that. I've not used it yet.
Well, we've never seen the lupins in Iceland, and hopefully they'll be out now. So we should get some of those quintessential the lupins and whatever.
Also, I think we were at High Foss and there were some beautiful wildflowers there last year, and I
Yes.
really wanted to capture the waterfall and the flowers. So hopefully I can try with that one this year.
That should work. We could. It was one of those instances where you can see the shot, and we were both using a 16-80 lens, so that's equivalent to your 24 120. Does that sound like something you had on your Canon once? So that kind of thing, full frame, and we couldn't quite get it. But,
yeah, but I love that lens though, and it being water resistant and all of that, sealed, has been fantastic.
Yeah, like a mid telephoto lens like one of these are absolutely invaluable. A lot of people say that that's like the tricky area to shoot in, but you know what?
It's a pretty job's a good one kind of lens though, isn't it? Like you can have it on there and not want to change it all day.
Yeah, you just get used to it if you're into, you know, more travel, blah blah. If you were going to chuck one lens on your camera and just walk around with it for a week,
probably be that one. Yeah,
probably the one. It's like so versatile. So
yeah,
you'll definitely want one of those, possibly more so than the wide angle if you had to choose.
Pick one.
But then if I had to take one lens to almost anywhere, but Iceland in particular, I would take my telephoto. This is the Fuji 100-400, and I absolutely adore it.
You took some beautiful photos last year. I was so jealous. I didn't have a telephoto lens.
No.
But we were on one of the beaches and the waves were just on form, and you got some beautiful shots.
And that's when you really want it. And one, I would say in Iceland, more so than most places where we've been, you're not that close to your subject, and that's where, I mean, it's
but
obvious,
also just the small details that are just in the distance, and just being able to pick those
things
out.
Like you know, snow on a mountain or something, and the shapes that they make. So sometimes I feel like using a telephoto is cheating. It's like low hanging fruit.
Not.
It's so easy because you're picking exactly what you want.
You still have to create your composition.
Yeah, but that's what I do all the time. So I'm not going to knock it because I love it. But
I was jealous of him last year, but when I have had the opportunity to use this one, as I've said before, I do have carpal tunnel, so I've always struggled a bit with the weight. So when we were looking at a lens for myself and I wanted a telephoto, I chose this. Ooh, that is some good thunder. I love thunder. Right, 7300. I love this lens. Oh my god, I am terrible for getting things sharp. Don't know what I am, shaky cam or something. But this lens has been, I think, it is one of my favourites as well. If I had to pick a lens, it would probably be this one.
It's absolutely stunning, that lens is. And when you consider that there's 100mm difference, which when you're actually looking through the cameras, that isn't that much. Like, you'd argue when you're doing wildlife photography, you always want more.
Yeah.
You always want more. We do have a teleconverter which will add 1.4 times to either of these.
And equally, if I was doing wildlife, I'd probably just 600 mil.
Well, yeah, you would. You always want that bit more. But when you're actually stood and you're looking through these, it's not that big a difference. But the difference in bulk and
weight and travelling as well.
Yeah, this is so much nicer. I'm very tempted to swap it, but I covet this lens, so I don't really want to.
I think, so we said about Kieran's tripod, we had different tripods last year. Mine broke when we were in the States. But switching tripods has helped with the sort of the balance and security of this.
It has,
lens,
yeah. You just tend
so
to find
like tripods are really important.
Yeah, as you know, as your lenses get bigger or your bodies get bigger, everything else has to get bigger.
Yeah,
you need a bigger bag, you need a bigger tripod, it can.
Welcome to the hobby where you'll never have any money again.
It can just snowball, and I keep looking at the 150-600, but I can't hunt that round everywhere, and so anyway, that's our ideal landscape photographers, and actually
kit,
that
really
is our ideal landscape photographers kit.
Well, the 100, 400 as well.
Those three.
My hit rate was fantastic
beautiful
on this one.
Yes,
it was. And then with any kit, you also need filters. We don't have filters for everything, but we were really lucky to get this for an amazing price.
Yeah, we're fairly well covered now. We bought the 1024.
We bought this off.
Yeah, we bought it off Marketplace, and the lovely guy, when we got there, was like, "Oh, I've got a filter kit if you want it, I'll sell it you cheap." And lo and behold, it was these Case Wolverine filters, which I knew they were pricey. I didn't realise how pricey they were until we got home, and he sold us them
for a very, very good price.
Nothing. We basically robbed him, I think. So I feel kind of guilty.
He gave us a price, and we were like, "Are you sure?"
That's it.
But thank you. We're very excited to use these, and then we've also got some other filters.
Yeah, we've got some screw-on filters. This is.
And I've got some magnetic filters, which I highly recommend.
The magnetic ones are lovely. This is, the type like that, and then you've got slidey-in ND filters and a magnetic polarizing filter that goes on the front that you turn. I'm really excited to use these, and do remember the main reason we've kind of got these is because if you're going to be shooting wide angle, often if you put the a circular ND filter that just goes on the lens, they're very prone to getting a lot of vignetting when you're shooting those wider angles, hence people moving towards those. I haven't had a wide angle before, so I don't know how bad that is, but we'll see. Sorry, that's really annoying noise.
These are not part of our landscape photography kit, but I'm a model and we're taking out some corsets which are part of Orchid Corsetry's new collection, and for some of her promotional material we're going to hopefully do a little video, weather dependent, and for that we're going to be using the 85 Viltrox lens, and we've also got a 56, but the 56 Fuji is a little bit older and a little bit more.
It's absolutely
beautiful,
stunning for video,
absolutely gorgeous,
and stills. A 1.2 lens, so it's lovely wide open, beautiful bokeh. But if you're doing video, you have to use manual focus.
Yeah,
really.
To just get the smoothness. And when you're in Iceland, sometimes the wind can be a little bit against you, so trying to manually focus as well as compensate for the wind. We'll see.
See what we do with that.
So we've got these two purely for that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a commercial thing that we're doing. That is.
We've shot with her with some of her collection last year, her Heled collection. Which was really fun.
They came out really nice. I'll put some of those up just to show you what we're talking about, and that is the kind of stuff that we hope that people that come on our trips and workshops go away with. And want to be doing. So
another thing that's like an essential piece of kit for your lenses is a little doodah.
You're always going to get you're going to get sprayed by a waterfall, and you're going to get rained on,
and you don't want to be wiping your lens.
No, you'll always get smudges, so just a little blower is essential.
Little cloth maybe to put over the top of your lens.
We always take these microfiber towels, we always have them in our bag.
Just to dry the lenses off and stuff as well.
We do have this, like a waterproof cover.
We've not tested it.
We've not tested them, so we're not going to say too much about it.
It might just get full of condensation and annoy us, but...
It was £7 off Amazon. I was like, our camera's got so wet last year, if that just helps a bit.
The weather sealing is so far fantastic.
The weather sealing on the XT-4 and all of the lenses to date has been, touch wood, incredible. I'm amazed.
Yeah.
So.
I'm clumsy. So I have one of Peak Design's straps, which has these little wonderful clip-on, clip-off things, because that's what you need as well. So we've got one each.
Especially because remember, if you have your strap permanently attached and you're on a tripod and
it just gets in the way.
It's going to be windy, so it just adds vibration. Just don't do it. That's not a thing.
Hopefully we're going to try and do some more videos. So we've got a little
a little DJI Pocket 2, which I know has been superseded by a newer one, but we have this one, and it's
right.
It's amazing. Like the quality that comes out of these little things, and like the stabilisation, and it's got a little lapel mic, which is pretty good even in the wind.
Hopefully we won't lose the little flooper.
I've been well impressed with it. So anytime you see us walking, talking, blah blah,
it's most likely on that.
Probably on that. So
other things that we're bringing. Kieran loves his umbrella.
I do love my umbrella. It's never over me. It just gets held over the camera, and I purposefully bought a yellow one because when I was using a black one, I'd get home.
What's that black strip at the top of my frame?
It'd just be in the top of my frame. So I was like, I'm going to buy a bright yellow one so I see it. And you know what?
It works.
Yeah, the theory works. So, bright yellow umbrella.
For the modelling side of things, again, we've got walkie-talkies because safety and
super
communication.
Cheap walkie-talkies if a model's over by waterfall and it's, you can't hear
They are
anything.
a bit obnoxious when you turn them on though. One!
Yeah. But they're really handy, and also when you're with a group of photographers, people can
communicate without trying to do sign language from afar. Thumbs
or
up.
being obnoxious and shouting.
Or just shout.
Don't be those people.
Hi! Oh, there's the Brits over there. We're going to be camping for the first part. So with anyone going camping,
our jet ball is invaluable.
It is like an essential part of our kit when we go anywhere, whether or not we're going to go
We've lived
an hour away.
It's always in the car, and we just stop at any point and have coffee at the side of the road.
Obviously, you can't take the gas in the plane, so you have to buy gas there.
Yeah, so we have to look at that. I hear it's quite easy to get at petrol stations and things. We've also got like a little coffee cafetiere filter that's part of the jet boil. I'm going to do a review on this one day because
you'll see him using it, I'm sure.
I love it, and I
love it.
just want to shout it from the rooftops. Everyone should have one.
Yes. Outside of that, you know the name of them. I know his
Fotovue do a whole huge array of photography books which show you locations, and they're gorgeous. Like what
really
you
beautiful
can
books.
Expect to get there, down to ridiculous things like stand exactly here at this time of day to take this shot. Really good.
Thank you, Dave, for our wedding present. These were
and they come with a map, which is super handy. You can get them for all over the world pretty much. I'm definitely going to look into more of those. And we also just downloaded Mads Peter Iverson's, who we love, we're always watching him, his Google Maps plugin, which basically shows you all the things that are in this big paper map.
And some more as well.
And probably more.
We're really excited to go and use that.
Yeah, because as much as we know places, I can't spell Icelandic names, and so just poking a thing on Google, and it's got like a little photo when you click on it, and he says oh, this is a place for a drone. We haven't got a drone, so we probably won't go there.
Yeah.
You know, and he's some of them say little things about it.
Yeah. So thank you,
Super
Mads.
handy. We're
really excited to use that.
Yeah, we'll report back on that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. You know what?
That's it.
It's getting on, and
it is getting on.
We need to pack. We've got to get to the airport. There's lightning, so we better. Planes better be going.
Oh, I hope so.
I just threw something on the ground.
So thank you for listening. If you're listening this far, and hopefully we'll see you in Iceland.
See you there.
Yeah. Bye.